it's very significant for a number of reasons. I said earlier today that food is an international language, and you know, I don't know a country in the world that doesn't enjoy food, and India certainly has a great richness and culinary diversity, as has Birmingham as an institution and as a city. So ultimately the student will be the winner in this partnership, because uh, the student will get the benefits of a dual degree, a 2+2. They will get a dual degree from both Symbiosis University and the University College Birmingham. And that's quite a tremendous achievement and platform to take around the world with them. And that will be much sought after by people, because the education, the qualification, the experience will be coming to the student from two wonderful institutions recognized for culinary arts around the world.
Thank you so much for that. So my next question is that what is your take on this cross-cultural significant milestone?
I think the world is a much more international world, and the exchanges that often take place between faculty and between students is very important in their understanding of a much more diverse world. At University College Birmingham, we're very similar to Symbiosis University in that we welcome students from across the globe. And it's that richness of diversity and internationalization which helps students in the country and those going out to other countries. So it's very, very exciting for them, and it's part of it really is a launch pad for their future anywhere they wish to work in the world.
Thank you. And how does this also open doors for global placements for the Indian students?
Yes, it does. And placements are something that we believe very strongly in at University College Birmingham and at the Birmingham College of Food. Birmingham College of Food is very famous within the UK and further afield across the globe. But what is very important is the placement activity. All of our students undertake placement activity, not just within the UK, can be within the UK, within Birmingham, the wider West Midlands, which has a great culinary scene, in London, the capital, of course, where there's great restaurant and culinary activity. But many of our students travel across the world, whether it be America, within the Far East, for example, and of course India. And what it creates is the opportunities for those exchanges and for students to understand those wonderful culinary experiences of India and the spices and things that perhaps aren't as strong in the UK. And likewise for students coming from India and Symbiosis to experience the UK and Europe and arrange placements between us. We've got a great history of that, and that's something we want to work very strongly on between the two institutions in this exciting new partnership.
Thank you so much for your
You're welcome. Thank you.
Professor Michael and Ms. Lorraine, Dr. Anita, Dr. Shezul, Dr. Atul Gokhale, members from the UCB, members from Symbiosis, chefs from the Symbiosis School of Culinary Arts, students, and I can see the media and the press here as well. First of all, congratulations to both of us for having signed this MoU today. It's a landmark day today for us at Symbiosis, because this is a beginning of a new relationship with UCB. The city of Birmingham is very close to my heart because I'm a medical doctor by training, and I think it has the largest number of Indian doctors who live there and work around the place of Birmingham. And I've come there and lived with so many of my medical college friends from BJ Medical College, Pune here, that Birmingham is like a second home to me. Apart from this, we now have collaborations with 3 large universities. One, of course, yours, the University College of Birmingham. We already have a MoU with the University of Birmingham, and we work very closely with them. And of course, Aston University, which is also located in Birmingham. So I think Birmingham and Pune are now, like sister cities in education. And there will be a lot of mobility of students, faculty members, and of course researchers between these 2 cities and between our 2 universities. I think any kind of dual degree program that we begin with is not just beneficial to students, but I would say it's also beneficial to the society, because the kind of learnings that our students will learn, not just in the classrooms in your university, but also when they live in the country or in the city of Birmingham, I think that will be a great learning for our students. I really don't know how many of them would come back, and we hope that they do. so that they come and share their experience from your college back home here. But even if they continue to stay, they will carry the legacy of the Indian culinary art to Birmingham. So that's another advantage that you will have from our students who go there. We also hope that some of your students would come here to do the dual degrees with us, so that there is a good flow of students between the two universities and not just from one side to the other. Of course, I know that India will definitely send larger numbers of students to your college. Symbiosis will certainly send large numbers. We just signed a MoU with Deakin University and Melbourne for one of our institutions in Bangalore. And when we launched it, it was so surprising that the large number of students, in thousands who applied for the dual degree with Deakin and with Melbourne. We were really amazed, and now we have to select a few students because obviously Deakin and Melbourne both cannot accommodate so many, even if they go in their third and fourth year. So I'm sure you will also expect large number of students coming from here. The new education policy that was rolled out in 2020 gave us this impetus to start with joint and dual degrees. In fact, it changed the whole landscape of higher education in our country. What we were, a more restricted, inward-looking higher education system, one of the largest in the world, became more outward-looking, more flexible, and a large focus on internationalization, and which is a subject which is close to my heart. And it gives me great pleasure that I was kind of one of the contributors to the policy on internationalization of higher education. And when we framed this policy, and when obviously the committee of the new education policy that was under the chairmanship of a very eminent scientist gave so much importance to internationalization, because obviously all of us, and they also believed that we don't create citizens for any nation anymore, we create citizens for the world, and therefore there should be a focus on internationalization. And I think out of that focus came in the regulation on dual and joint degrees, and that helped us in building this association and relationship with you all and with so many universities across the globe.
Great pleasure today, because this journey as Symbiosis School of Culinary Arts began in 2016. The relationship with the UCB's India office began somewhere in 2017. Mr. Jaspreet had connected with us for some students, passing out students. Of course, that time we did not have these students passing out. But Chef Callie Davidson, who was the head of the culinary in UCB, was traveling along with Mr. Jaspreet to come to India. And he said, we want to have a session with your students. And here I would like to actually give you a glimpse of how things happened over a period of time. And the first slide over here is actually the slide, Professor Michael, if you would remember, Dr. Vidya, if you would remember the slide when we had lunch with Dr. Muzumdar, Mrs. Muzumdar, and Professor Harkin, the Vice Chancellor and Principal in 2019, December. And we were about to finalize the entire agreement part. However, the COVID stuck. And that's what happened. Moving on, we had the students coming in and the professors coming in from the University College of Birmingham. In the meanwhile, Symbiosis, this Ajib Kapoor, the chair professor of Symbiosis School of Culinary Arts, visited UCB, and that also materialized during that period only. So all the more, over a period of time, the journey has always been, and in 2019, after the first batch passed out of the B.Sc Culinary Arts, few students applied for higher education at the UCB, and that's where the bond got more firmed up. Post-COVID, it has been a journey there where the hospitality industry has suffered a lot, and we just couldn't reach where we wanted to over a period of time. However, as we progressed today in 2023, earlier last year, we were able to get our progression in the programs where 2+2 progression could be finalized. The team from UCB, we were working together, going back and forth. There were challenges at both ends. Mapping was an important challenge, but I'm glad to say that the mapping was done thanks to Ms. Reshma, who was instrumental into finalizing this with me. And then the entire Symbiosis University helped us into putting it together along with the team from UCB.